We are on lesson 3.4 in our Go Math book on page 133. Today we're learning about adding three add-ins. And the essential question is, how do you add three numbers? It says to write the sum of each pair of add-ins. So the two bottom numbers are our add-ins. They're what we're adding together, and our sum is going to go on the top. So 2 plus 6 is 8. Put that 8 right up there on the top. 3 plus 3 is 6. 5 plus 4 is 9. 1 plus 4 is 5. 7 plus 3 is 10. And 2 plus 5 is 7. Our math talk says, describe how you found the sum of 5 and 4. If I didn't already know my math fact, then I try to go to the largest number. The 5 is the largest number, and I count on the smallest number. So if I were on my number line, I would put my finger on 5, and I would count up 4 more, and I would end on the 9. Please turn your paper over, and we're on page 134. And we're going to go to the top where it says Model and Draw. You can group numbers in different ways to add. Choose two numbers and look for facts you know. So in all three of these, they are adding 3 plus 2 plus 7 in all three examples. So the first two add-ins they choose are the 3 and the 2. And 3 plus 2 equals 5. So then we have the 7 left to add. 5 plus 7 equals 12. In this one, they chose to add the 2 and the 7 first. So 2 plus 7 is 9. And the 3 is left to add, so 3 plus 9 equals 12. And in the last one, they chose to add the first and the last number because you can make a 10. So the 3 plus 7 equals 10, and then you have 2 left to add. 10 plus 2 is 12. We got 12 in all three of these because changing the way the numbers are grouped does not change the sum. It doesn't matter whether you add the first two first, the last two, or the first and the last, as long as you add all three add-ins. We're going to practice that down below. It says solve two ways. Circle the two add-ins you add first. It's important for you to do that. It lets me know what you're thinking about and where you went first. Both math problems are the same. They use the same digits, so it doesn't matter where we start. I look at this and I can already see a way to make a 10, which is what I try to do if I'm able to. I can see that 8 plus 2 makes 10. And I want to put that right up there. So now what I have left is this one. 10 plus 1 is 11. On this one, I'm going to choose the 1 and the 8, and 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 2 more that I have to add in makes 11. Both answers are the same. Number 2, I see a way to make 10 right off, right there. 7 plus 3 is 10, and then I need to add 10, and the 3 is 13. I can make 10 another way also. In my classroom we call this earmuffs. We do the first and the last one and we connect them so we know that we added those. And the 7 and the 3 makes 10 again. And 10 plus 3 is 13. In number 3, I'm going to add the first two digits, the 4 and the 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. And 6 plus 4 is 10. And I'm going to do my earmuffs here and do these doubles. The 4 and the 4 is 8, and 8 plus 2 is 10. So we have the same sum. On number 4, the 2 and the 8, that makes it 10, makes it easy to add. The 10 plus 2 is 12. And then I can do the same thing here. I can make the 8 plus 2 is 10, and then I have a 2 left over here, and 10 plus 2 is 12. Now, it doesn't matter which way your number sentence goes, whether it is horizontal or vertical. We can do the same thing. So in number 5, our digits are all the same here. And I'm going to go to the 3 and the 2 first. So I'm going to circle those. And 3 plus 2 is 5. And then 5 plus the 6 is 11. And then here I'm going to take the first one and the last one. I'm going to do my earmuffs. And 3 and 6 is 9. And then 9 plus 2 is 11 again. In number 6, we have a 0 in this, and we know that when we add 0, it doesn't change our sum, but we'll start with the 7 and the 2. We're going to make earmuffs. 7 plus 2 is 9, and then we have a 0 here, so 9 plus 0 is 9. Or I can start with the first 2 digits, the 7 plus 0. 7 plus 0 is 7, plus 2 more is 9. I'm going to go to the next page, and on the top here you're going to do exactly what we just did. You're going to solve it 2 ways and circle the 2 add-ins that you add first. That's really important for you to do. I want to be able to see what you're thinking about. And when you circle your 2 add-ins, you need to write what the sum is above it, just as we did. Then on 13 and 14, you will do the same thing, only you have vertical math problems. Doesn't matter, just add down through it. On the bottom, it says write the missing add-end. They have given us 2 add-ins and the sum, but we're missing one in each box. So we have to use the 2 add-ins that they've given us first. So 5 plus 5 is 10. And we know that the answer is 14. So what do we add to 10 to get to 14? 10 plus what? 10 plus 4. In number 16, we have a 4 and a 4. I'm going to make my earmuffs. And 4 plus 4 is 8. So how much more do I need to get to 12? 8 plus what is 12? 8 plus 4. You could put your finger on your number line on the 8 and count up to the 12 to see how many you need if you didn't know that. So for number 17 and 18, do the same thing that we did here and find your missing addend. Turn your paper over to the back, and we are doing some problem solving. We're on page 136. It says choose a way to solve, write or draw to explain. Beth eats 4 green grapes. Lynn eats 3 red grapes and 6 purple grapes. How many grapes do they eat? So you need to write a number sentence over here and get your answer and put it down here. Beth eats 4 green grapes. Lynn eats 3 red grapes and 6 purple grapes. How many grapes do they eat? Number 20, there are 5 green grapes and 4 red grapes in a bowl. Eli puts 4 more red grapes in the bowl. How many grapes are in the bowl now? So again, I want a number sentence over here so that you can solve this. There are 5 green grapes and 4 red grapes in a bowl. Eli puts 4 more red grapes in the bowl. Figure out how many grapes there are now. 21, Nick, Alex, and Sophia eat 15 raisins in all. Nick and Alex each eat 4 raisins. How many raisins does Sophia eat? Okay, so we know what Nick and Alex eat. We know how many they eat in all. We just don't know how many Sophia has. So it tells us, well, we know that we have to have 3 addends. because we have 3 children. And we know that they eat 15 in all. So it tells us that Nick and Alex each eat 4 raisins. So Nick eats 4, Alex eats 4. We do not know how much Sophia has eaten. So you need to add your 2 add-ins together and see how much more you need to get to 15. Number 22, Mrs. Morgan has 2 red apples, 7 yellow apples, and 2 green apples. How many apples does she have? Please write a number sentence right here to solve that, and then fill in the dot next to the correct answer. And when you have done all of those, you have finished your assignment.